preparations here for a very good Philadelphia team. Need to play good on the road, get back to being a little bit more like how we are, and I think we'll end up playing well this week. Questions?
When you talk about getting back to how you are, what needs to happen?
We just got to start doing things a little bit better than what we've been doing them. I obviously addressed some things with the team, last couple of days, and so, we've got some points of emphasis that we got to continue to get better at.
In terms of pass coverage, now that you've had a chance to look at the film, where's to the points of emphasis on that?
Just doing the things the way we're supposed to do them, the way we've always done them.
Mike, how do you get the balance you're looking for offensively whenever, recent history of running against certain guys?
Yeah, it's been difficult, Mark. We have to be patient with it. Number one, and honestly, a little bit has been dictated with some of the scores throughout the last couple of ball games. So it's important for us to have balance. It keeps the defensive line from pinning their ears back all the time. I think it helps the football team overall, and so we just have to do a better job. Yeah. I mean, it's about creating space and then trying to get to the second level.
Like, how's Carson Wentz?
Really good. He moves around well. Accurate, throws the ball. Great arm. It looks good.
It seemed like he got flustered a little bit by some blitzes. How have you thought of your blitz packages so far through 4 weeks, and do you see opportunity?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you if he got flustered or not. And, typically our blitz package is pretty good, so we'll just see how the game unfolds.
When you look back at the first 4 weeks, how much is some of the misdirection and all the play action kind of limiting what the pass rush wants to do?
Well, when a lot of times in play action, they're having 7 guys blocking or 8 guys blocking, and so that always does limit it. That's why it's important to run the football and be able to play action pass, because it helps the offensive line. It helps everybody really.
When you see stuff like that, I mean, how do you try to scheme around that to get a quarterback off his spot? Is it something you're looking at specific sides of edge rushers, or is that more interior focus?
It's a focus of all areas, honestly. Play action is always the hardest to rush against because of the number of players that they have protecting.
We really have a different quarterback. What can you gain out of it? See what they were against the offensive.
I think if you go back and realistically look at that game, that you'll see some things that is not indicative of the score.
Does their offense change much between Foles and Wentz at quarterback?
Not really. No, it's pretty similar.
Like, what makes a rush defense so good?
Well, the linebackers are aggressive. They're tight to the line of scrimmage. They get a lot of 8-man or 7-man in the box, depending on the personnel. Their defensive line, I think, is strong and physical. Cox is a great player. Graham's a great player. I think Barnett's really helped him a lot. He looks even better to me now. So, their linebackers run well.
What have you thought of Xavier Rhodes' season?
Who?
What have you thought of Xavier Rhodes' season?
Yeah, he just, I know everybody wants to evaluate everybody after 4 weeks, but, I think if you remember last year, early in the year, Xavier had some penalties early in the year, and we cleaned him up. This isn't time for woe is me. If people remember, we were 2-2 this time last year. We finished 13-3. We were 5-0 the year before, and we finished 8-8. We were 2-2 the year before that, and we finished 11-5. So, all the predictors are not really. This isn't a good time to predict.
How much is Lift giving you insights on what they
Bless you. Well, we talked about, we talked in the off season more so than we are now. Right now you get grinding and things, but we talked in the off season a fair amount.
How do you feel about having Brothers back from the suspension, and it's the plan that he'll play on?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I haven't seen him in 4 weeks, so we'll just have to see how it goes.
I know it's been in limited situations, but what do you like about Anthony Barr as a pass rusher?
Yeah, well, Anthony continues to get better. He's got great speed off the edge. I think he's using his hands much better. So.
Is there any more clarity with Everson's situation if he'll be back here, or if he may rejoin the team at some point?
No clarity.
How's it going? You look at the run defense,
It's good. They're giving up 63 yards a game. They've given up some runs, but they get a lot of negative runs, and so that helps them, and it gets the offense off the off schedule. So, but it's aggressive. Sometimes they'll be in a 9 technique with that defensive end. Sometimes they're moving down and jump inside, and so they're going to give you some different looks off of that. But they're aggressive, especially in the core.
Mike, when you talk about their ability to create negative runs and several of those this year, is that more a product of offensive line getting back, or running backs maybe not?
It's always a combination of things. It could be, and the running game is not just the offensive line or the running backs. It's the tight ends. It's fullbacks. It's a lot of things. So, when guys miss blocks, that's typically what happens.
Number of hurries that the offensive line has given up this year. Is it difficult, I guess, when the game situation kind of makes it where the offense is pretty predictable as far as dropping back low?
Yeah, that's why we're trying to be more balanced. It's also why we're trying to, change up the protections. Good.